Welcome back to Nation of Glory, the home where we honor the greatest names in Hollywood, wrestling, and beyond, the place where legends are remembered, stories are retold, and where inspiration lives on forever. Today, we bring you the unforgettable story of a woman who redefined Hollywood, who battled against the odds, and who rose to become one of the highest paid actresses in the world. This is the life journey of Demi Gene Moore, the star who proved that resilience, passion, and courage can take you from the toughest beginnings to the brightest spotlight. Demi Moore's story begins far away from the glitz of Hollywood. Born in Roswell, New Mexico, on November 11, 1962, her childhood was anything but easy. She grew up in a home marked by instability, moving frequently as her family tried to find its footing. Her father left before she was even born, and her stepfather struggled with issues of his own, making her early years unpredictable and often painful. But it was in those difficult days that Demi Moore developed the strength and determination that would define her entire life. As a young girl, she didn't have the luxury of comfort or security, but she did have a powerful imagination. She dreamed big. She believed that somehow, someway, she could make something more of her life. That belief became the fuel for her rise. Like so many future stars, she found herself drawn to the world of movies and entertainment. The screen offered her escape, and in time, it would offer her destiny. When she was still in her teens, Demi dropped out of high school. Many might have seen that as the end of opportunity, but for her, it was just the beginning. She took up modeling work, sharpened her confidence, and soon turned her attention to acting. With determination and charm, she began landing small roles, and by the early 1980s, she was knocking on Hollywood's door. Her first real breakthrough came with the soap opera General Hospital. It was here that audiences first began to notice her presence, her natural charisma, and the unique vulnerability she brought to every role. Demi had something that could not be taught: an ability to connect with viewers on a deeply emotional level. That connection would carry her far. By the mid-1980s, Demi was rising fast. She became part of the so-called Brat Pack, a group of young actors who dominated teen and young adult films of the era. Movies like St. Elmo's Fire showcased her talent and positioned her as one of the fresh faces of a new generation of Hollywood. But unlike some of her peers who faded, Demi pushed herself to go further. She didn't just want to be a star of the moment, she wanted to be remembered forever. Her performances grew stronger, more layered, and more powerful. By the late 1980s and early 1990s, Demi Moore had become a household name. And then came the film that would forever change her career, Ghost. Released in 1990, Ghost was more than just a movie, it was a phenomenon. Starring alongside Patrick Swayze and Whoopi Goldberg, Demi delivered a performance that touched the hearts of millions. Her portrayal of Molly, a woman grieving the love of her life, was raw, heartbreaking, and unforgettable. The famous pottery scene became one of the most iconic moments in film history, and with Ghost, Demi Moore went from rising star to international superstar. The success of Ghost opened doors that only the rarest of actors could walk through. She proved that she wasn't just part of an ensemble or a face in a crowd, she was a leading lady. Hollywood took notice, and soon Demi became one of the most sought-after actresses in the industry. Through the 1990s, Demi starred in a string of successful films that solidified her legacy. A Few Good Men, alongside Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson, showcased her strength in a powerful courtroom drama. Indecent Proposal drew worldwide attention and sparked conversations everywhere. And then came Disclosure, a film ahead of its time, where she played a commanding role that flipped traditional Hollywood power dynamics upside down. By 1995, Demi Moore had achieved something extraordinary. She became the highest paid actress in the world. With striptease, she earned a salary that broke barriers for women in Hollywood. While the film itself was polarizing, the message was undeniable. Demi Moore had reached the pinnacle of her profession, demanding the kind of respect and compensation that actresses before her could only dream of. But fame and fortune don't always mean peace and happiness. Behind the bright lights, Demi faced personal struggles, battling through challenges in her marriages, raising her children, and dealing with the pressures of an industry that often expects perfection. Yet what makes Demi Moore's story so inspiring is not just her successes, but her ability to rise after every setback. She showed the world that strength comes in many forms. It comes in choosing bold roles that others might shy away from. It comes in standing tall in an industry that can be unforgiving. And it comes in the courage to share your truth, even when it's painful. Demi's later career saw her continue to evolve. She appeared in films like G.I. Jane, where she shaved her head and underwent grueling physical training to embody a character breaking barriers in the military. That performance became one of her most iconic proof that Demi Moore was willing to go further than most for her craft. As the years went on, she remained a force in Hollywood, not only as an actress, but also as a producer and advocate. Her life became about more than just films, it became about legacy, resilience, and inspiration. Off-screen, Demi Moore has also been open about her struggles, sharing her experiences with addiction, personal pain, and the battles she's faced along the way. By doing so, she reminded millions that even the biggest stars are human, and that strength doesn't mean never falling, it means always getting back up. Her memoir, Inside Out, became a powerful story of honesty and healing, inspiring fans around the world. Today, Demi Moore is celebrated not just as an actress, but as a trailblazer. She helped redefine what women could achieve in Hollywood. She showed that actresses could command leading roles, break box office records, and demand salaries equal to their male counterparts. She was more than a star, she was a pioneer. From a difficult childhood in New Mexico to the heights of international stardom, her story is a reminder that your beginnings do not define your destiny. With determination, passion, and courage, Demi Moore built a career that will be remembered for generations. Her legacy is not just in the films she made, but in the barriers she broke, the hearts she touched, and the inspiration she continues to give to millions. She remains a symbol of strength, resilience, and transformation. This has been the story of Demi Gene Moore, a woman who defied the odds, conquered Hollywood, and left an everlasting mark on the world of cinema. Thank you for watching Nation of Glory. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with others who love Hollywood as much as you do. Your support helps us bring more stories of the legends who inspire us all. Until next time, keep chasing your dreams, and remember the glory always lives on.